Bianca Senna, welcome to the Monaco World Sport Legends Award, the Oscar for sports. And you are here as you will receive, on the behalf of your uncle, Ayrton Senna, the Posthumous Award.
Yes.
And I really think he was one of the greatest legends of Formula One.
Yes.
Which are the memories about your uncle?
So I was very young when he had the accident, but he was a very family person.
Yes.
So he would be, anytime that he wasn't racing, he would be with us, you know, with the family. He invited us to come to Europe when he was on his vacation. I went to some Grand Prix as well, but
really?
I was, yeah.
Where?
I went to Brazil. I think I came to Monaco as well, one time to Portugal. But my school times weren't very
short
easy.
times.
Yes,
every time.
exactly. So my memories are from him as my uncle, and more like a family person than who he was as a legend of the racing world. So we used to go to the vacations together, and one thing that I found very interesting is that even when he wasn't racing, he was doing things like doing the jet skis and making changes in the jet ski. He would take more time just making different
energy
setups in the jet ski than actually playing with that jet ski in the water. So he was a very active person.
Active person.
Yes, and very hard person as well.
Yeah, we could see that he was artful, and he was a really charismatic.
Yes.
And this is the word. He was more like an actor, a young actor from Hollywood. And I know that now you are planning to realize a movie about his life.
Yes. So we've been discussing this project for a while now. And we are now doing the screenplay for a TV series. And it's going to be launched by mid-2020. So we are really looking forward to that. We will have two seasons. The first season will be about Ayrton's life before he gets to Formula One. So he finishes when he starts Formula One, and then the second season will talk about Formula One. So the idea is to talk about the development of the idol, how he was raised and how everything that happened through this period of his life made an impact on his life later, in Formula One.
And which is, in your opinion, the turning point in his career?
I think there were several, but one that I think was the hardest was when he wanted to become a racing driver professionally. And
how old is he?
He was 16.
16 only.
Yeah. But my family didn't want, because my grandfather had a family business, so he was the eldest. So at the time, it was normal. You are the eldest. You just go and take the company when you have age. So he had to make that decision, and
they
go
were
through.
Expecting something else from you.
Exactly, and it was a very dangerous sport then. Much more than is today. Back then, there were people dying every race almost. So it was a big decision that he had to, decide if he wanted to follow his heart and his dream, or the family's dream. So I think this would be one of the most impactful decisions that he had to do in his life.
To decide about his future.
Exactly.
In fact, yes. And but maybe in his heart he knew that he was born for the race.
Exactly.
And he was a star since ever.
Yeah.
And you founded a foundation in his name, and which is the activity of the foundation?
So since when Ayrton, in '94, before he died, he started to talk to my mother, talking that he wanted to do something more professional to help Brazil, because Brazil was in a very poor situation, and he wanted to do something to change the future of Brazil. And they were supposed to talk after the season in '94 to decide what to do. But then, unfortunately, that conversation didn't happen because the accident happened before that. And then my family decided to open the foundation to make his dream come true. And we really think that changing the future of Brazil has to come through education. So our main work is through education. 85% of the children in Brazil are in public education. So if you want to do a big impact, you have to go through the chain where the most children are. So that's why we work through the public educational system to qualify their work and make sure that the children that are at school actually learn. So basically today we are helping 1.5 million children in Brazil.
Wow, that's wonderful, really.
Thank you. And we train again 63,000 teachers every year, which is more than all the pedagogy universities form in a year, graduate in a year. So our work is basically to qualify the education of Brazil and make sure that through the time we are able to perform a better, a better life give opportunities to the children.
And this is thanks to the name of Ayrton Senna.
Yes.
And so his legend is continuing.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
Exactly. I think that's the most beautiful part, that, an accident that unfortunately happened made a lot of lives become live again, because, before the foundation, many people wouldn't be able to, follow their potential, follow their heart, and have the opportunity to choose what they want to do, as he had.
These are really wonderful words. I really appreciate what you're saying.
Thank you.
And, we are in Monaco, and here we have a Grand Prix every year, very famous worldwide. And your uncle, Ayrton Senna, won 6 times here.
Yes.
Do you remember one of his races here?
Well, I remember most of them, but I think the most that I remember was the one that he actually had a minute gap between him and Alain Prost. And he said that he was, having a different experience. It was almost like he wasn't in his full rational mind. He was in a different dimension.
Oh, really?
Yes. So he just saw everything as a tunnel. He didn't see anything else. So I think this is something that is very special, that very few people, if any, were able to connect to their selves and their concentration that much that you can.
Conscience.
Exactly. That you're above your conscience level. So it's,
And he could win.
Exactly.
So thank you to be here, and I think this is a great achievement for him, between all the achievements he already has, obviously, but we want to honor his memory, and tomorrow you will receive for him the Posthumous Award. Thank you, Bianca Senna.
Thank you. Thanks so much for giving us this award. I'm very pleased to be here and looking forward for tomorrow.
It's an honor for us.
Thank you. Thank you.